Hi, everyone, and welcome to our webinar. Hi, Emmy.
Hi, Majo. How are you? Hi, everyone.
Let me introduce myself. I'm Majo, Marketing Manager for the Global Coffee Awards and PRF, and today I'm joined by Emmy. I'm sure most of you already know her. Emmy, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. I am Amy, Project Manager at the Global Coffee Awards and the Producer and Roaster Forum. I'm sure most of you have already received many emails from my side. Um, and yeah, so I am working both for PRF and the Global Coffee Awards. In charge of getting everything done.
Thank you, Emmy. Emmy was in Texas just last week for the US and Canada and Origin competition. And Emmy, I know you were there helping make everything happen behind the scenes, from managing samples, coordinating judges, logistics, everything. We have here a lot of participants. So can you tell us a bit what was the experience like?
Well, it was an amazing experience. First of all, we received more samples than the ones we were expecting, which is great. We received many great samples. Judges were super impressed with the quality of the coffees that they were tasting. So it was an amazing experience. Everything was said, done on time. We were using all of the equipments that we told everyone about. So we had the milk pal, we had the tone, we had also super cool and great espresso machines as well. So everything worked just perfectly as planned. And yeah, it was a lot of work for the organizers, but the results of the experience and the whole competition were just incredible. I mean, coffees were great. And yeah, we are super happy with the results of this edition, and we can't wait to share all of the results with the roasters and all the feedback that you're gonna get from the evaluations.
Sounds amazing, Emmy. Thank you. And can you share a bit insights from what you saw, like maybe which categories had the most entries, what were the most common processing methods, or even like which origins were represented this year?
Sure. So we had different origins. So we had coffees from Africa, from Southeast Asia, from South America, Central America. So lots of origins were represented. I would say that probably the most popular subcategory within the filtered category was the washed and the single origin traditional processing methods.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we had. I said we have samples in all of the categories and subcategories that were part of the competition. Also, we were highly and super surprised with the quality of the coffees that were sent for the flat whites and for the flat whites alternative milk. That was a super surprising and great category as well. Judges were able to taste some amazing flat whites with alternative milk. It was oat milk, the one we used. And yeah, I mean, it was amazing. Honestly, I was super happy with all the great samples that came to the competition.
Thank you, Emmy. Okay, I think we have some people joining now. I think we can start now.
Amazing.
So I'm going to tell you a bit like how this webinar will go. So first we will talk about a bit about our sponsors, then give you like welcome and context about why we want to do this webinar. So like Amy said, you're all waiting for the results and we want you all to be prepared and ready. If you win or even if you don't, to know what to do with the feedback that you get. We'll talk a bit about the psychology of the awards, then how to turn that recognition and communicate it in the best way possible, practical applications of the seal, a media and PR strategy that you can also do by yourself, then how like you being of the GCA and the PDG Global Network will leverage your brand, and we'll give you like a winner's action plan from like instantly when you wait, and like until 1 month later. And finally, we will close with a Q&A. So, Amy, do you want to introduce our sponsors? Most of you already know them, but we also have like some benefits for you from some of our sponsors, so we want to remind them.
Sure. So our platinum sponsor for this edition was Empty Pack Coffee. We're super happy and proud of the sponsorship that they provide for the Global Coffee Awards. And part of this, they are launching the price match guarantee. So if you want to have a price match for your coffee packaging, you can either contact me or Majo, and we will contact you with the anti-pack people.
Thank you.
Right. So for the grinders that we use, for the Touch Tone 3 filter system that we use, our main sponsor was GHGBS Solutions. And also you can enjoy an extra 5% off of the equipment that was used during the Global Coffee Awards. So basically the Touch 3 tone system. So for example, for the espresso machines, for all of the cups and all of the things that we were using, our main sponsor was Jiva Coffee, one of the biggest specialty coffee equipment supplies and also specialty coffee shops and roasters in the Houston area. Yes, and so for example, for the milk pulp machine that we use to foam the milk, so both dairy and alternative milk, we have Marco as our sponsor. And then for the origin region, we had Moplaco as our sponsor for espresso. Yes, so the hosts are the places and the companies where the Global Coffee Awards take place. So for the US and Canada, as well as for the origin region, it was at the installations of Cope and Trade, which are located at Tomball, Texas. Great installations. We were so happy to have them as our hosts. They were so helpful. We couldn't have asked for a better host for the Global Coffee Awards. Everything was said. The samples were super organized. I mean, the organization from Cope and Trade was just amazing and perfect for, to make our job easier. And then for the European region, we're going to have Belco as our host. They are located at Bordeaux, France. They are a green coffee importer. And we are also super happy to work with them. And we cannot wait to be there because we're going to be there, right, Majo?
We will. It's going to be at the end of the month. And yeah, if US and Canada and origin was amazing, Europe will be. So this we also have European participants here. So if you have any questions, especially for Emmy, that was already there, ask them and we will answer them at the end.
Right. So before we dive into the whole use of the seal and everything, we just want to share with you that by becoming part of the Global Coffee Awards and sending all of your samples and being part of this competition, you also become part of a bigger community, which is the PDG Global Media Network. So the Perfect Daily Grind Global has Coffee Intelligence, the Global Coffee Awards, the PDG Media Agency, Perfect Daily Grind itself, and the Producer and Roaster Forum. So now all of you are part of this global network community. That's our aim, to create community in the coffee world. And yes, so you're gonna be like, everything is gonna be exposed in all of our channels, media, and everything is gonna be circulating around our network.
Perfect. Thank you, Emmy. So Emmy will be right back. Yeah, thank you. So let's jump in. So if you win, how do you take that recognition and actually make it work for you? We want to know, like, we want to let you know how to communicate your award in a way that builds trust, increases visibility, and turns that seal into real sales and long-term brand value. So winning is a starting point, not the finish line. And the GCA seal isn't just a piece of recognition. It's a trust signal, it's a marketing asset that you can actually use among different channels. So I want to tell you about a quick case from a completely different industry, the wine industry, that really shows the measurable impact that awards can have. So in 2019, two economists published a major study on wine competitions in Bordeaux. They analyzed over 16,000 real market transactions between wine producers and wholesalers, and they matched that data with records from 11 of the biggest competitions in France and abroad, like Concours of Bordeaux, Concours Mondial de Bruxelles, and a lot more that I don't know how to pronounce. But their goal was simple. They wanted to find out if, like, winning a medal actually changes the producer's selling price, not in theory, but in real sales. And they used a really clever method. Some wines in their database received medals before being sold and others after the sale. So by comparing both cases, they could isolate like the actual true effect of the medal, separating it from the wine's quality. And the results were that producers that earn a medal were able to increase their selling price by an average of 13%, and that effect was strongest for gold medals. That means that a $10 bottle of wine could suddenly sell for $11.30 just by displaying a trusted seal. And that was even before it reaches like the final consumer. And this doesn't just happen in wine. We have another example for the tea industry. There's a Chinese brand called Tea 2016. In 2019, they entered their first product for sensory evaluation. And over the next 6 years, a lot of their teas earned top awards. 3 won three-star medals, 2 won 2 stars, and 4 won 1-star medals. And with that, their sales volume went up between 30 and 60%, and those awarded teas sold up to 20% more than regular ones. And they did this because the award gave them 2 things everyone needs. So first, independent expert feedback to refine their product, and second, a credible seal that signaled quality to buyers all around the world. So when this brand saw the jury's tasting notes, for example, one of the tea's fermented notes were a little too strong, they adjusted the production. And just a few months later, the same tea won 3 stars and started selling internationally. So that's like the actual power when you use the award strategically. They just don't decorate your product, they shape your positioning, your story, and at the end, it also like elevate your sales. And this also happens with GCA. Let's talk about a bit your feedback. So for everyone who took part of the US and Canada competition, you'll be receiving your official feedback this Friday. And for those who participated in the Origin competition, your feedback will be coming on October 17th. And for the ones in Europe, after the competition, it will be around the second week of November. So this is a really important part of the process, and we really took the feedback really serious. We really took time with the judges, because it wasn't just about the scores. It was about understanding how your coffee performed, what stood out, and where you can take it even further. So when you see your feedback, it's not going to be just about the roast profile. It's going to be about beverage suggestions, food pairings, serving ideas, like little details that can help you refine your coffee and improve your customer experience. And we want you to use those insights, apply them, and even come back next year with a stronger coffee, a stronger product. And even if you didn't win this time, or if you win, there's always room to elevate your product, your presentation, and the way you communicate it. So think of this as a journey. So first you have, you participate, you get feedback, you do improvement, you have recognition, communication, and growth. So we really want you to take time to see the feedback and finally apply it. Okay, we want to now get into why awards actually have this impact, and it's all about psychology. There's something called the halo effect, which basically means that recognition in one area lifts up how people see your whole brand. So, for example, if your roastery wins for filter coffee, customers might actually think oh, the espresso from this brand is actually great too, even if you didn't win for espresso. So awards work like a cognitive shortcuts, and this happens in industries like coffee, wine, books, movies, olive oil, where you can't really know the quality until you taste, read, or open it. And this means consumers are always facing uncertainty, and awards reduce that uncertainty. So they serve as signals of excellence. And it's the same across industries. For example, in literature, we have the Booker Prize. In film, we have the Oscars. In gastronomy, we have Michelin stars. So those awards don't just recognize, they serve as signals of excellence. And going back to the wine study, um, the researchers found that the seal itself made people more confident to buy. So it acted like a trust signal, and people felt that someone else, in this case experts, had already checked the quality, so they could buy without hesitation. And that's what happens with the Global Coffee Awards. It works the same. It's independent, blind, and expert validation, and it helps buyers make faster and more confident decisions. So the takeaway is this: don't just the awards don't just signal quality, they shape perception, and they became the shortcut consumers need to make confident choices, basically. Now, turning recognition into communication. So having an award is great, but knowing how to communicate, it's what makes it valuable. And like I said before, this is a marketing tool. And the most effective way to use it is through storytelling. Now, when I say storytelling, I just don't mean posting a picture on Instagram saying we won an award, because that's just an announcement. Storytelling has people, emotion, transformation. So you can start with the producer, for example. Who are they? Where do they grow their coffee? What makes their process or region special? So I don't know, maybe they're from Santander, Colombia. It's a farm run by women where they manage every step: picking, fermenting, drying. And the coffees grow under more than 50 species of native trees. Birds fly around the branches at sunrise. All of this brings a story to life, yeah? Then you can move to the roaster, so to you. Talk about the decisions behind the roast, the trials, the experiments, what inspired you. And then you can even talk about the challenge. Maybe that coffee wasn't good at the first, maybe fermentation was tricky, maybe logistics were messy. And when people hear that, they just don't see a product, a coffee, they see your values, they see persistence, creativity, passion. And you finally connect that to the award. The award is the recognition, it's the confirmation of everything you just said and all the effort behind it. And I think that before you join and everything, we've always given the producer a place, because we're making a huge effort to reverse engineer each coffee back to the producer, because that's part of our mission. The producers are at the heart of everything we do. Like Emmy mentioned, we're part of the PDG Global Group. We have PRF, PDG, where we are always putting the producer in the center of the story. And here in the GCA, producers are invited to the award ceremony at PRF El Salvador 2026. And it's because we want to recognize the entire journey, from seed to sale, and the people who make it possible. And that's the kind of storytelling that connects. So the idea is for you to share the story of shared success. Now let's talk about practical applications of the seals. So where can you actually use the seal? So packaging, that's the first touch point, and that's like the first thing maybe you probably think of. But there are so many more places where you can use the seal. So in digital, you can use it everywhere where customers make decisions. So product pages, newsletters, even the checkout button. Studies shows that when they've done A/B testing, A/B testings, they shows that trust badges near the add to cart button increases conversion up to 42%. And in store, you can use it on your menus, signage, shelves, even on staff pins, aprons. Like you have to put it everywhere. And you can even put a QR code that links directly to the official GCA winner list. And that would be instant proof. It's like a digital trust badge that verifies your award. So basically, you need to put the seal where decisions happen. Media and PR strategy. So this is a big thing. We will be doing media and PR ourselves when we announce the winners for each region. But this Friday, like we mentioned, US and Canada competitors will receive a follow-up email, and Origin will receive it on October 17th with the feedback. So if you're a winner, that email will include everything you need to communicate your award. So we will have a winner's toolkit attached, your judges' feedback, winner certificate, and even a ready-to-post social media graphic so you can share the news. And if you didn't win, you will also receive your feedback. You will also receive a certificate of participation. And the winner's toolkit. It has a complete package that we designed so you can start like promoting this recognition. So you will have official seals. They are ready to use PNG, SVG, and PDF formats. So you can, if you want to print it in a huge format, you can. It will be in a great quality. You will have the seal guidelines, so you will have the clear instructions on how to apply them correctly and consistently. You will have a full media and PR kit, so a pre-written press release, a pitch email template, and key talking points for when you reach out to journalists or partners. You will have official competition photos and logos. And I want to go back a bit to the media and PR section. So there's the press release and the media pitch you can use right away. But like I said, don't just announce the award, you can tell the story. So the idea is that you modify it a bit, you put a bit of your own story there. And you can offer journalist interviews with your producer partners or with the roaster, if you're the roaster. Give them that human side. So journalists love stories behind them. So not just the logo, not just the seal, but the stories itself will get the attention. In other industries, for example, winners report much more press coverage and visibility after they start using the seal. So remember, tell your story again here. Then leveraging the GCA platform. So like we said, if you win or if you are even part, you've already had visibility before and you will continue having. If you win, you will be part of the official Global Coffee Awards guide. And when we will have a little like bio, a little bit of your tasting notes, what judges like highlighted of your coffee. You will be included in a newsletter and in the GCA's official social channels, and also in some of our PDG Global Network channels. And networking, it will open doors with industry peers, with industry leaders that read or follow our channels. So yeah, like again, Emmy said, you're connecting to a whole global network. And now the action plan. So this is super important. And we kind of separated into like 3 big moments. So the first 48 hours, you need to download the toolkit that we will send you, update email signatures, website, catalogs. You can issue the press release with a local angle. So, for example, if you're Mexican and you want a Mexican coffee ranks among the world's best, so that will get attention from local press. Do the social media announcement that we send you, or you can do your own, but we will provide you with one. And display the diploma and seal in store. That's super important. Then the first week, you can set up an email flow with the announcement, the storytelling. You can even have a new bundle offer with the winning coffee. Post on social channels. So here I go again, share the story behind it. How was the whole process of this coffee? And add the seal to POP materials, shelf tuckers, wobblers, sampling packs. Then the first month, integrate the seal into packaging of winning lots. If you have little stock of your packaging, you can reprint. If not, you can use simple things as you can print the stickers and add it to the bags. You can use it at trade show and events. And we always want for you to measure your impact. So beforehand, have in mind your rotation, your conversion rate, mentions, engagement, and then you can compare it after the seal, what happened. And again, include your producer partners in your storytelling. So to close, remember, our words are not the finish line. They're tools for growth. And in every industry, books, movies, wine, awards are signals of hidden quality. It helps buyer trust faster, increases perceived value, and positions your coffee above the competition. It connects you to a global community, and it allows you to turn recognition into measurable results. So whether you're a participant or a winner, the value comes from how you communicate your award. So that's why that turns a seal into sell. Thank you. If you have any questions, I'm going to join Emmy again. Hi, Emmy.
Hi, thank you, Majo. It was an amazing webinar. So many insights on how to use the seal, on how to use it as a marketing tool, which is one of our aims with the Global Coffee Awards. So thank you so much for everything that you have shared with us today.
Thank you. And this webinar, with this same link of YouTube, we'll have the recording, so you can come back when you are announced as a winner, and you can see all your insights again. So I don't know if we have questions on the chat. Let me see. We have one. Hi, how are winners going to be announced? So we have a whole plan. So you're going to be announced on our website. We're going to be announced in a PDG article, social media, on the press. We will also send a press release, and you will be informed as well by email on Friday, but you will know the day before if you are following us on those channels I just mentioned. And later on, we will also publish the winner's catalog, where you will be there. I don't know if I missed something.
No, I think you are totally on spot. So yeah, you have the right way that the winners are going to be announced. Just bear in mind your region, so that you know when you will get the results. So for US and Canada, it's going to be on October 9th and October 10th. And for Origin, it's going to be on October 17th. So just take that into account.
Yeah. Okay, another, describe what is included in the toolkit in more detail. So it's going to be a PDF, and you will find first a bit about the seal, how to be used, the misuses, how to use it correctly. What if you have, I don't know, packaging in white, in black? So all of those cases, you will have like the whole guideline, clear instructions. You will have the official seals to download on PNG, SVG, and PDG formats, as well as our logo of the Global Coffee Awards and the official pictures of the competition. You will have a full media PR kit, so it has a pre-written press release. So you just have to, it's like to fill it with your information, and like I said, add it with some of your touch of your own story. A pitch email template. So this is for when you send the email to the journalist or to your press list, it has like the pitch for that email as well, and key talking points. If you like grab the attention of local press and they do want to interview you, there's going to be the talking points there, so you know what's the most important things to talk about. Yeah, that's what's included in the toolkit. Can you still send in samples for Europe competition, Amy?
Yes, you can. The deadline to receive your samples is October 24th. So you still have plenty of time to send your samples, to ask any questions, anything related to the categories, subcategories, to the ones you wish to apply. So any questions you may have about the competition, you can always come to us and we will be happy to answer them. I think we have two more questions. I can ask them. Is the seal a lifetime seal or does it need to be renewed?
It's not a lifetime. The idea is for you to renew it. In the toolkit, you will get there like how many years you can use it. Because especially in coffee, you don't have those lots forever. So yeah, you will have all that specified on the toolkit.
Amazing. What is going to be shared with the winners?
So the feedback, that's super important. Certificate, winner certificate, the ready to post social media template. I'm forgetting something. The winner's toolkit. I think that's it, right?
Yeah, that's it. Basically, we're sharing everything that Majo has told you about in this webinar. But be super yeah, stay tuned to all of our channels and everything, and you will get everything that Majo has told you in this webinar.
Yeah. So again, just a reminder on dates. October 9, winner results. October 10th, you will get on your email everything I just mentioned for US and Canada. Then for Origin, 16th of October will be the announcement, and 17th of October, you will get that email. And Europe submission deadline, 24th of October. Super important. We don't want you to
Out.
yeah, to have your samples arriving late. It happened during this competition, so please be mindful of that, and send your samples the earlier the better.
Yes, yes. The earlier, the better. And yeah, if you are from Europe, please apply for the Global Coffee Awards. It is an amazing experience. All of your coffees are going to receive detailed feedback, which I think it's great. You will receive, as Majo already told you about, like the pairing suggestions, how to, I don't know, use your coffee for a cocktail, a drink, or I mean, like real hands-on suggestions for how to pair, use your coffee, and more.
Yeah. Here, if you are on the computer, or if you're in your in your cell phone, you can screenshot this, and it will link you to the entry kit for Europe. And well, you get all that information, general rules as well, and you can get it. If not, you can also go to our website and you will find everything, the entry kit, the general rules. And we're also looking for sensory judges and shadow judges for Europe. So Emmy can tell us a bit more. What's the role of the sensory judge?
Yeah, right. So sensory judges are the ones in charge of evaluating the coffee. So you will be tasting each and every single sample that we receive. You will have the chance to taste amazing coffees, to be part of it, to suggest the pairings, to suggest things to the roaster. So it is a super nice role. I really ask for people to apply to be sensory judge. You're going to have a lot of fun. And then the shadow judges, they are in charge of basically the operation. So they will be the ones in charge of preparing the coffees or extracting the espressos. Lots of hands-on experience on like a coffee setup. So if you're a barista and you want to improve your skills, if you want to use new machines, for example, things that you haven't used before, like a tone machine or like the milk pal, for instance, then yeah, you can apply and you will have lots of fun using and learning how to use this new equipment.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good luck to everyone. It's a matter of 2 days where we'll know all the winners. So thank you, Emmy. And if you have any questions, you can reach us on our emails, on Instagram, and we'll answer all of your questions.
Thank you, Majo. It was an amazing webinar, and I'm sure this will be super useful for all of the competitors of the Global Coffee Awards. Also, remember just one final thing, that the Global Finals are going to take place during the Producer and Roaster Forum of next year in El Salvador. So, yeah, also...
Can you explain a bit that, Emmy? Who's going to participate on those Global Finals?
Sure. So the Global Finals, so this is a global competition. So at this moment, we have three regions, right? So we have US and Canada, Origin, and Europe. So the winners of each category for each of those regions are the ones who are going to be competing on the Global Finals. So even if you are not the winner of any category, if you just won a subcategory, for instance, we really invite you to come also for the Global Finals during PRF. The PRF is a great place as well to create community, to become part of this global family community that we are. And so it's going to be super nice. And also we're going to have the award ceremony during PRF. So Global Finals and award ceremony. So it's a combo for the Global Coffee Awards as well as for PRF. So you are all invited to come.
And also for those of you who bought more than 10 samples, 10 samples or more,
right?
You have a sourcing trip experience ticket. So you'll get the STE where you stay 4 days at a farm where you like really get into the whole process of coffee. And then you join PRF as well. So you're all invited. And even if you didn't get the bundle of the 10 plus entries, please let us know and we will let you know about the whole ST experience that is amazing. We have some roasters here that have attended. And I know it's life-changing.
Yes, it is. So yeah, you're all invited to all of our events coming next.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, Majo.
Bye.